Hello, I'm Doug DeWitt, Transfer Paper Product Manager here at Condé Systems, coming to you from our warehouse studio in beautiful Mobile, Alabama to give you another tutorial video in our series on the OKI Data white toner printers. In this video, we're going to show you the basic maintenance that you can perform to your OKI C920wt white toner printer to keep it running at optimum performance. What we're going to do in this video is show you the basic items that you're going to need to clean your OKI C920wt. Once we've covered that, I'll show you step by step the procedure that I use to clean out my OKI to make sure it is running at peak performance. Once we've covered that, I'll outline the schedule that you need to employ depending on your print cycle. So let's go ahead and get started and let's discuss the items that we're going to need to clean our printer. Let's get started with the basic items that you're going to need to clean your OKI C920wt. Hopefully, you kept the black plastic storage bags for your image drum and toner sets. If you didn't, that's okay. We can use some old t-shirts and a box while we store those supplies for cleaning. We're going to need some compressed air, or you can use shop air to clean your C920wt. If you're using shop air, make sure you do not have the air turned up full blast. We're going to need some lens cleaning cloths. These we sell at Condé. Part number is MP013 and readily available. We also sell these, which are sponge tip cleaning swabs. That part number is swab 50. Some other items that you'll need: some Windex brand window cleaner and a little bit of acetone, just in case we have to do any fuser cleaning. Some paper towels, and a painter or surgical mask just to protect from toner floating around in the environment. So these are the basic components that we're going to use. Let's go ahead and get started by prepping our C920wt and getting it ready to clean. The first thing we're going to want to do is remove the cassette tray from the printer. We're going to lift up slightly so that the tray comes out. We'll set it down. Next, we're going to open up the top lid of the printer. Make sure you open far enough for the covers to move over the LED print heads. Now we can remove our toner cartridges and image drums. We want to keep the toners in a locked position so that we can remove everything as one solid unit. Now, if you have your black plastic storage bags for your toners and drum sets, great. If not, no problem. All we're going to do is take a t-shirt, put it at the bottom of a box so that we've got some protection. We're going to lift up and remove our toner and drum as one unit and gently place it inside of our cardboard box that is lined with our t-shirt. The reason we want to line the cardboard box with the t-shirt is to protect the photoconductive wheel of our image drum. We want to make sure that we do not scratch that wheel. So let's carefully remove all four. Like so. And now we want to take another dark t-shirt and cover our toners and image drums. We want to do this because that photoconductive wheel is light sensitive. So we want to make sure that no light gets to these image drums. Now that we have that done, we can begin shooting our compressed air or shop air through the printer. A couple of things to note. Here are siphon valves for the waste toner tank. We want to make sure that as we're shooting compressed air through the printer, we do not shoot any air down these valves. It will make more of a mess than what is really necessary. Also, while the camera cannot see it, there are metal contact points along this wall of the printer and these prongs here. We want to make sure that we clean those with compressed air. So let's go ahead, get our copper contacts, And again, we want to get these contacts here, 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 and here, making sure we don't shoot air down these siphon holes. Beyond that, okay, now we can shut the lid and move to the next part of the printer. So now let's take our compressed air and continue working through the printer. Make sure that we do not shoot air into these vent holes where the fans may be. If we rotate the fans with the compressed air and cause the fans to fail, we're going to have problems with our unit. We've got one other area to clean, which is underneath the cassette tray. Right down in here. Now that we've got compressed air through the printer to clean out any free-floating toner, let's move on to our next step. So now let's go ahead and get started by cleaning the take-up wheels for the paper. The first set we're going to want to clean are located here and here, and these wheels here. This is what feeds the paper from the cassette tray. I'm going to want my Windex brand window cleaner and some sponge tip swabs. Spray a little window cleaner on my swab. Move to the first wheel. Gently wipe. Use my finger to advance the wheel. And I want to keep wiping until the entire wheel has been cleaned. Now don't forget, you do have two sets of wheels. Here's the second one located just above it. I'll use the opposite side of my sponge tip swab. Let's get this wheel. Again, using my finger to advance the wheel until I get the entire wheel cleaned. The reason we are using Windex brand window cleaner as opposed to denatured alcohol is because Windex will not dry out these rubber rollers, so it will keep them intact. Just like that. Now the next set of wheels we want to clean are located right here. These wheels advance the paper to the transfer belt so that the toner can get deposited. So again, let's get some Windex on a sponge tip swab. Gently wipe. And we can use this metal bar in front, turning it slightly, to advance that wheel and keep cleaning. You see that? We're doing a good job here. Whenever we're cleaning, let's make sure to wipe these wheels in one direction. We want to keep them from getting scratched up, because if they scratch, it might affect how the wheel picks up the page. So now that we have these wheels clean, let's move to the next set. The take-up wheels for the multi-purpose tray. We'll notice we have a gripper wheel here and then a take-up wheel here. And we're going to follow the same procedure. Take our sponge tip swab, put a little Windex on it, clean the wheel, wiping in one direction. Using our finger, we can advance the wheel, clean again, and keep going until we know we've got that wheel cleaned. Don't forget about your gripper wheel right here. You'll feel a little spring-loaded action in that, which helps with the cleaning process. Wipe in one direction. Advance the wheel. Wipe again. Keep going till we've got the entire wheel cleaned. So now that we've got these wheels, we can go ahead, shut the printer. Let's open up the top lid so we can get to our next set. The next rubber wheel we want to clean is this one right here. This is when the paper advances from the cassette or multi-purpose tray and gets pinned down by this wheel so the paper will lay across the transfer belt. Let's take our Windex and sponge tip swab. And again, clean the wheel, one direction. Be careful, we'll gently advance the wheel. Keep cleaning. You see? Let's grab another swab. Because this wheel is very, very dirty. So let's give it a good clean. Advancing one more time so we make sure we've got the entire wheel. So let's close the lid and let's move to the rubber wheels on the back exit tray. So here at the back exit tray, let's open this up. We want to clean these exit rollers here. Again, some Windex on my sponge swab. Gently wipe. Use your thumb to advance the wheel. Keep cleaning until we make sure we get the entire wheel. Fantastic. So now that we have our rubber rollers cleaned, let's move on to the next step, which is cleaning the LED print heads. So we have the front lid open for the OKI C920wt, and we have our guide bars here which are protecting our LED print heads. We want to take this top lid, move it down slightly until these guide bars remove where we could see our black strips. These are the LED print heads. Remember, we do not want to touch these print heads with our bare fingertips. Let's take our lens cloth cleaner, part number MP013, and let's gently wipe the LED print head from bottom to top. If we get any toner on, let's find another section and move on to our next head. As you're wiping these heads, you want to be very gentle. You do not have to apply a lot of pressure to clean the head. Got two more to go. And remember, as you're wiping the head, you always want to wipe in one direction. Fantastic. So now, let's get the lid up into the top position here. Let's work on the last thing we need to clean, which is the fuser assembly. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the fuser, remove it from the printer, and let's get back to the table so I can show you how to clean this. So here we have the fuser assembly out of our OKI C920wt. You'll notice this little plastic protector here. If yours gets too dirty, you can use one of the replacement protectors that came in the box with your OKI C920wt. Simply just remove this and replace it with a new one. Or you could use a little bit of acetone . Spray it on a paper towel and use that to clean off the excess toner accumulation at the front of the fuser assembly. Now, since I'm working with acetone here, you may want to use protective gloves during this procedure. Or you can just be like me and develop an immunity to acetone. Here we go. Okay, let's get as much of that toner off as we can. Now, let me flip the assembly around to the back. Here, you will notice two gear wheels. This inside gear wheel here will rotate the orange heating element wheel inside the fuser assembly. What you're going to want to do is rotate that wheel, and you are looking for any contaminants that might be on the orange heating wheel. If you see contaminants there, you're going to need to clean that wheel. Again, you're going to need some acetone, and you're going to need some of the sponge tip swabs, the Swab 50. As far as the procedure for cleaning this, please reference a previous Condé TV video called Cleaning Your OKI Fuser. But now that we've got the fuser clean, we can go ahead and wrap up what we've learned in today's video. So, those are the steps that I employ to clean my OKI C920wt white toner printer. So how often should you be cleaning your particular printer? Well, it's going to depend on your usage. These printers are rated at 150,000 prints per month, which is a very heavy-duty cycle. My advice would be this: if you're sending less than 10,000 pages a month through your OKI C920wt, you should only have to go through this routine every 4 to 6 months. If you're printing between 50,000, maybe upwards to 100,000 prints, then you might want to employ this procedure every other month. If you are reaching the 150,000 print per month duty cycle on your 920wt, you want to run through this procedure every month. If you do it, you will have a happy, healthy C920wt that's going to produce beautiful transfers for you, and you're going to eliminate a lot of waste from contaminants messing with your transfers. I hope you found the information in this tutorial video helpful. However, should you have any questions about the procedure we just covered in this video, or if you need additional information, please don't hesitate to contact us direct at 1-800-826-6332, or you can visit our website at www.condé.com for more information. And make sure to tune in to Condé TV for more videos on the OKI Data White Toner Printer. Until then, I'm Doug DeWitt, Transfer Paper Product Manager here at Condé Systems. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.
There are so many videos for you to watch, we don't want you to miss out on a single one. So click here to subscribe to Condé TV on our video channel. Click here to like us on Facebook so you don't miss out on anything, and click here to visit this product's webpage.